So Sean Penn was on MSNBC and Fox News on Hannity. Man, whether you like Sean Penn or hate him, you got to respect this guy's grit. Like, this guy walks the walk, talks the talk. Apparently, he went over to the Ukraine, did a Zoom call with Zelensky. Then he went over there with camera crews, filming stuff. And if you Google Sean Penn, like, this isn't the first time he's done it. He's not doing it for attention. Like, he truly cares. Like, he wears this green jacket. It says CORE on it, and it's this nonprofit humanitarian relief fund thing he does. And he was very heavily involved in, raising money after the Haitian earthquakes, after Hurricane Katrina. So, I mean, he's done this before. And, what I like about Sean Penn, forget about his views, but, he's risen to a point in Hollywood where he could just coast. There's a lot of Hollywood celebrities, they make their movies, they build their palatial homes, they race their Ferraris on a racetrack somewhere. But Sean Penn has been, he's found his calling. Like, he knows he knows he's a celebrity. When he goes over there, he's more like a celebrity journalist. Like, he's definitely protected. Like, no joke about that. I'm sure they're taking the precautions that Sean Penn is here. But there's still a level of discomfort going to any of these places and put yourself out there. But I think that's really what life comes down to, is how can you make a positive impact to the rest of the world and use your fame and influence, to bring awareness to things, because otherwise, the media controls everything. So I think Sean Penn understands that, which is why I think he went on MSNBC and Fox, two totally different audiences. And, I respect him, and I'm really curious what he does next. I mean, seriously, if we were like fighting aliens, I have no doubt Sean Penn would like blast off on a rocket ship somewhere and shoot a documentary or something. Like, I feel like the guy's like, he almost has a screw loose sometimes when you hear him speak. Like, he's got like this serious, like, he has like no sense of humor, but he's very intelligent. Like, he knows what he knows what he wants to say, and he's not afraid. And having no fear is that's a big deal right now. Should Will Smith be canceled? I mean, that's the story. If you're following this story, you're well aware that Bad Boys 4 stopped production development. He added something for Netflix. Bye, sayonara, take care. But look, I'm not rooting for Will Smith's downfall at all. I have no stake in this, obviously. In fact, I hate the word cancel culture. The fact that we have to like take away everything from an artist, that makes no sense to me. But I do think people have a public sentiment, how they feel and naturally respond to things, and that's going to influence his box office stuff. Like, I don't feel like seeing a Will Smith movie. Maybe my neighbor doesn't, and that's going to translate into, nobody seeing his stuff. Versus cancel culture, where he's labeled, hey, everything must be taken away from him. For example, like Gilbert Gottfried or Roseanne, they made some unfortunate tweets a couple years ago, and like everything was just stopped. Like, it's almost like popular to hate someone. Like, that's bullshit. I feel like you should make your own mind. And if you like Will Smith, perfect. Go watch his stuff. Go support him. Go write him a fan letter. I don't know what you want to do. But cancel culture, let's get that out the window. I mean, nobody really cares. By the way, CAA, his agency, didn't drop him. CAA is like one of the best agencies in the world. And I think they must believe that he can come back. If they didn't drop him, because usually when something bad happens to a client, like public outrage, they're the first ones to get rid of it. And CAA is standing by him, which means that they think he can rebound, come back from this. Apparently, Will Smith is in Dubai right now. I used to work with this guy named Tyrese, and he used to go to Dubai all the time. And let me tell you, these sheiks in Dubai have so much money. Like, you think you know what a rich is? Man, these sheiks in Dubai are super rich. Like, Bentleys, doesn't even matter. It's like a drop in the hat for them. So Will Smith is in Dubai with his chic friends. He's far removed from this and waiting for this whole thing, to settle down. And we'll see, because he spent his entire life, going from a rapper, TV star, movies. Like, is this where it's gonna end? Like, that would suck. I mean, he spent like a 30-year career over this one just bad incident, because clearly he's out of his mind. I think he needs the help. He definitely needs to get some help, in my opinion. And, maybe he can come back. America's forgiving. I mean, look at Mel Gibson. He's working again. So let's see where this all goes. The Los Angeles Lakers did not make the play-in tournament for you basketball fans out there. That is shocking news considering, LeBron James put together this super team of Hall of Famers: LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony. I mean, what happened here? In my opinion, I think these guys got old. These guys got old, and they're playing against these younger guys. Like, the NBA is beast mode. Like, every year they get these phenomenal athletes that come in, and the Lakers just had a bad run, especially with injuries. Russell Westbrook played like shit. I mean, he didn't really fit into their roster, and LeBron James got rid of their bench too preseason, so I'm sure that didn't help. But whatever you say about LeBron James, you got to give him up, man. I mean, 19 seasons, and he's still putting up 40-plus games. I mean, I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan or even Kobe, but this guy has done tremendous things in basketball. But let's forget about basketball for a second. This guy has brought up all of his friends alongside with him, like his agent, I forget his name, Rich, at like Clutch Sports. Like, these are like childhood homies that he's given opportunities to. He's done tremendous work on and off the court. And I truly don't think he's going to quit the Lakers. I think, nobody wants to be seen as a loser, right? Especially someone who just has a bad season. He's won a championship already. So I think he's probably going to retool the bench, get rid of Westbrook, and make another run at it, because that's what LeBron James does, like, he's given so much to basketball. And I think, he's not going to want to leave a major market like Los Angeles where all eyes are on him and be seen as this guy. I mean, he did it kind of with Cleveland. Let's be real about this. He left Cleveland in a bad state. But, I don't think he's going to do that to the Lakers. I think the Cleveland thing was like a youth move. And I think the Lakers, they've got promise. These huge markets always have promise. They have lots of money and a lot of bargaining chips to play with. So let's see what happens.